have any belly button to work here? There's no allegations on bro name.
Belly button, who would they have a hot one night?
What? Alright, bro. Alright, bro.
I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration.
You too, what it do, man? It is your boy Abdul up next, and I am back with another video today, man. Yes, Sirski, bro. What is this restaurant called the Heart Attack Grill? Would you believe that there's an actual restaurant called Heart Attack Grill? And it's pretty much sending people to the gulag. It's exactly what it says, bro. I know people be hungry, bro, but you could never be hungry enough to step foot in a place that says Heart Attack Grill. Are you trying to speed run that? Like, I'd expect if I walked in there, I'm seeing straight emos. Like, you know what I'm saying? Chokers on the neck. You know what they doing. They might as well play emo music in there, play some rock. Yeah! Now look, we watched a video on this in the past before. All my OGs, if you know what I'm talking about, that's why I rock with you. It's gotten worse over the time. Bro, I thought the place would have closed down by now. Bro, the place is still up to this day. They're getting lawsuit after lawsuit. Like, we're about to react to, it's pretty much the unhealthiest restaurant in America on purpose. Is this how I speed run my 600-pound life? Eating at the most unhealthiest restaurant? Bro, this must taste good. That's what I'm thinking. But they getting lawsuits, all type of bad things is happening. So we're going to see the downfall. And in the comments, bro, scan your badges. Let me know what you eat here. Like the video before we even get started. Subscribe to my other channels. Like, look at the name and look at the guy who owns it, bro. Bro, they can sell anything and we'll buy it. Keyword, we.
When John Basso first opened the Heart Attack Grill, he had no idea that serving the world's unhealthiest menu would come with so much controversy, countless lawsuits, and avalanche of bad press.
The instant heart attack sandwich? All right, I'm not gonna lie, you couldn't get me to eat this if my life depended on it. Ashton Hall, I know you on all them I know you on the most steroids in life, bro. The dude who drink the sparkling water, yeah, don't touch this. You might explode, bro. Look at bro right here. He already on my 600-pound life. He about to bite his finger off.
Countless lawsuits, an avalanche of bad press, and multiple heart attacks on the premises. Prior to opening the Heart Attack Grill in 2005, Basso owned 3 different exercise gyms over a 12-year period, where he'd advise clients on their dietary and exercise needs, as well as on techniques of caloric reduction.
So you own 3 gyms, realized it wasn't making you no money, and said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and make the unhealthy stuff. Since they don't want to get me rich off this, all right, you can't get rich from helping nobody. Let me just go ahead and sell everybody out. I gotta suggest we gotta get the people we all don't like here.
However, he felt this was an untruthful line of work, stating, "It's disgusting because you're promising people things that are outside their genetic possibility. Instead of being a slimy, crooked, dishonest peddler of health and fitness services, I would actually launch a hamburger concept that would be absolutely honest."
Bro, that's gaslighting. Bro, that's what you call gaslighting.
And that's the only guiding principle.
So instead of telling people if you work hard, you can look better in the body, get you a 6-pack. Let me just be honest and say, all right, you probably is gonna die if you eat this. Bro, you gotta feel guilty. It's been up for 20 years.
Hey, this is bad for you and it's gonna kill you.
The first Heart Attack Grill in Arizona featured a front door sign reading, "Caution, this establishment is bad for your health," before they'd later add cash only because you might die before the check cleared.
So somebody would see that sign and still get it. So what do we say about the people who eat here? Like, do we speak at your funeral and act like we care or not? I don't even care, bro. I'm about to just act like the people who went here and died was my homie so I can have somebody to lie on. When I say on my brother, I'm gonna read the person's name who died from here because you did it to yourself, and I'm gonna start lying on your name.
Inside, they'd proudly display the catchphrase "taste worth dying for." However, the most insane piece of signage was without a doubt this, reading, "Anyone over 350 pounds eats for free all day, every day, unlimited."
What? So you trying to end people out of nowhere, bro? We just watched all them my 600-pound life videos. How much you win to bet they be not wanting to get up and walk? I bet they get up and walk for some free food. They might beat Usain Bolt in a race for it.
With the only rules being no taking food to go, no sharing with others, and does not include beverages, although this wasn't the only unlimited service offered by the restaurant.
Instead of a salad bar, there's an all-you-can-eat flatliner fries bar.
Do y'all like fries with your cheese with your fries? I feel like you just greedy, bro. Like, you're just doing the most, bro. I promise. Look, first of all, them fries look dry. Them fries look pale, bro. Them Zaxby's, Chick-fil-A, man, Arby's might have better fries than that, bro. If I say Arby's might have better fries than that, you might have to come see me with the hand. What?
bar.
To serve the free meals, Basso took a tip from Hooters by hiring a bunch of sexy nurses, with a theme of honesty also extending into the job application process, with questions such as whether the applicant has an innie or outie.
What? You have to have an any belly button to work here? There's no allegations on bro name. Hey, that's really how you know you find shit though. If you get a job here, you find shit. Because you have to be fine shit to work there.
Belly button, who would they have a hot one night?
What? Alright, bro. That's kind of crazy. If these was the questions, maybe people would start filling out more applications. Bro, these is the unemployed type questions. How you get these questions to get a job?
I'd stand with their opinion on certain
This can't be a real place now. Alright, so to get the job, I have to answer if I think Tupac is alive or not. Bro, what is this restaurant even about at this point? Is Bigfoot real? They're really trying to get the dumbest people possible to get a job here. This is a real application, and on the application, it's really asking me Bugs Bunny, SpongeBob, Mickey Mouse, or Homer. So I gotta answer. It's SpongeBob. Do you see how many holes is in SpongeBob? Come on, I'm breaking them loose. What did he say?
conspiracy theories, and a comment stating no one gives a damn about your academic achievements, but if you want to bore us with them, go right ahead. As the head of the restaurant, John spends every day dressed as a doctor, stating, "We promote nicotine, alcohol, caffeine, fat, cholesterol, sodium, all the building blocks of a quality, healthy, good time," with these insane statements leading to his first appearance on a local news station.
There is a restaurant in Tempe where the food is so rich they call their big burger the quadruple bypass. Not everybody thinks that's funny, least of all the Arizona Board of Nursing.
The news story then stated that the American Nursing Board had received 5 or 6 complaints about them calling their waitresses nurses. However, 5 or 6 complaints was
How many patties is in that sandwich? Bro, even the 600 pounders can't bite into this.
5 or 6 complaints was a small price to pay, given the story was basically free advertising.
All right, so if you want to bypass, of course, the good kind, now you know where to go. It's called the Heart Attack Grill.
This then turned into further news coverage, where John explained the other ways in which the restaurant might kill you.
We don't do Diet Coke. We don't do light beers. We don't even provide lettuce on our burgers.
With the unique
What? No lettuce? Alright, now you're tripping, bro. I don't even know how somebody could look at this so far and eat here. Are we eating here? Anybody who says yes, just let me know when you're done so I can lie on your name too.
The Heart Attack Grill had introduced a spokesperson named Blair River, who at 6'8", 570 pounds appeared in all of the restaurant's ads.
Bro's pregnant with the biggest Big Mac of all time. Bro needs more than a colon cleanse, bro. He'll be on the toilet for years. Bro, you clean this man toilet, bro. You give him laxatives, bro. He's on the toilet for years. Bro, this probably bro, anybody toilet after leaving this restaurant could actually end somebody's life. It's clear.
6'8", 570 pounds appeared in all of the restaurant's ads.
I'm up another few inches. Who needs these old pants? I could eat for free.
In a 2011 news report, Blair talked about feeling incredibly healthy.
This is good stuff. Everyone should be modern sized like myself.
All right, now don't sit up here and look. Just because you want to eat your life away, don't mean we want to too, buddy. Big ass. Ain't nobody trying to sit up here and speed run being 600 pounds, buddy. You're 500 pounds and proud. We're straight. Your stomach hangs super low. You have to lift your stomach up to use the bathroom. We're not trying to do that. Not everybody's trying to waddle and paddle everywhere they go like a little penguin, buddy. What are you talking about? You're more worried about the food than your hairline. Your hairline is literally doing a whole type of obtuse angles. Did you notice that? Your hairline look like a cheerleading stance, you know? YMCA. Who are you sitting up here telling everybody should look like? And this girl right here is smiling that she sends you to the grave. Girls be just evil, bro. Like, why are you smiling and you know this man's about to die? Why are you smiling and you know if this man was any inch shorter, he'd be built like Dave Blunt's? Why are you smiling and you know that he more pregnant than you and you're actually the female? Why are you smiling and you know that this man built like the Snorlax Pokemon? Why are you smiling and why?
Modern sized like myself.
However, he passed away before the interview even aired.
Everybody should be modern sized like myself. Hey, look, bro, I'm sorry that happened to you, Robert, but on Robert grave, I'm capping on you now. Thank you. I needed somebody to lie on. Appreciate you, bro.
Sadly, we now know how long that was. Blair died last week at the age of 29. His family says the cause of death was pneumonia.
Even in death, the Heart Attack Grill maintained their brutally honest branding.
Had he have been thinner, he most probably would have survived that pneumonia.
Aren't you glorifying obesity, which
Absolutely.
obviously kills?
Absolutely.
With Basso taking the
Bro just sent you to the grave and said, had you have been skinnier. Ain't no way he's making it to heaven. Bro, heaven's not even in this man's mindset.
Even further in a different interview.
If they do die here, I'm not going to lie to you. That's great for business. I'll say it again. Death is great for business at the Heart Attack Grill.
Although the media's goal of discrediting the founder only did the opposite. It's actually refreshing to see someone so painfully honest. The owner is great. He makes no apologies, nor should he. You can't blame him for people doing this to themselves.
Bro, you can't blame him, but y'all can't just glorify like the wrong. Like, why do people always be on meat for people who be blatantly wrong? What's up with y'all, bro? Y'all got like, what is man blatantly evil in your face and you just like, bro, do you know how mad I've been if my family member died and they talking about the owner got aura? They finna act like this man got aura for what he's doing.
It's impossible to hate this guy because he's being 100% honest.
Bro,
in a different interview, Basso showed his
evil.
more compassionate side by stating, cynical people might think this, River's death, is funny, but people who knew him are crying their eyes out. There is a lot of mourning going on around here. You couldn't have found a better person. Even if he was skinny, we would have given him the job. We would have just put a fat suit on him. He just had personality, as did the restaurant's next spokesperson, Ernie Hart, who wouldn't last long either, although for a slightly different reason. In October 2011, Basso moved the restaurant to the land of indulgence, pleasure, and poor short-term choices, Las Vegas. The new and improved restaurant featured a public electronic cattle scale, as well as new signage reading "Fighting Anorexia Since 2005.
Yo, let's be real, bro. Yo, bro, would y'all go to Las Vegas? Bro, I know you walk around Las Vegas, everybody mad. Everybody lost money in Las Vegas. Bro, there's actually a video of Family Guy where they went to Las Vegas. That's my favorite Family Guy episode. I gotta find that, bro. That shit is so funny. But I know somebody big ass gonna sit up here. Bro, first of all, you walk through the streets of Las Vegas, somebody gonna rob you just off the simple fact they lost all their money and they wanna gamble more. They sitting up there losing money. Second of all, who's big ass is keeping this in business? You could sell somebody in Las Vegas, Nevada air, they'll buy it.
And send hate mail to, followed by their address. The new location also led to a brand new slogan.
Remember, the calories you eat in Vegas stay in Vegas.
As well as an instant increase in business.
We've both doubled in terms of money, in terms of square footage.
However, the craziest change was without a doubt their menu.
All right, let's look at this menu. The butterfat shake. Come on, it's not even chocolate. Gotta go. The culinary dog. Why is there poop on my hot dog? Look, I like my glizzies nice, straight up glizz. I don't even like ketchup on my glizz. I'm a weirdo. And then you gonna put poop on my glizz? This burger look dry. That cheese not even hitting. It's not melted. It's nothing. It's just all these tomatoes. You talking about no lettuce, but you got tomatoes. Like, bro, gotta backdoor you. Then who orders a quadruple burger, bro? This burger taller than half of y'all. The burger 6 foot tall. The burger longer than my meat. I'm straight. What am I doing with that? Nothing. Nada.
Out their menu. Despite their quadruple bypass already holding the record for the highest calorie burger, the Heart Attack Grill then doubled their invention, creating the octuple bypass burger, which featured 8 patties, 40 pieces of bacon, and 19,900 calories.
20,000 calories, bro. You can't eat food for another month. Bro, my stomach be full after one burger. You got octuple? Bro, I don't even know how to spell octuple. 8 burgers? We gotta lock up people that walk in, who look at the menu. The people who ordered that, first in war.
At around the same point in time, the Heart Attack Grill updated their website to include free video and images for the press, where the motivation for the octuple bypass burger became pretty obvious.
Bro, ain't nobody looking at this and wanting this. Why is it a girl riding a cigarette like... I'm getting mad, bro. They sell cigarettes here?
They were trying to generate media attention, and this is exactly...
This doesn't even look good. Half these patties look pink.
What they got. The new burger led to over 100 million views worth of exposure on YouTube, as different content creators visited the restaurant to see if they could eat it. Those who could, such as Matt Stoney, were given a ride out of the restaurant in a novelty wheelchair, although there were others who were forced to leave in an ambulance.
I ain't gonna lie, eating here for a YouTube video is a good idea. I can't lie. But now you leaving in an ambulance, regretting all your life decisions. See why they be like, yo, you want to look up how you know you would die? Because, bro, I would be so mad if this is how I gotta die. You know how they be in jail? They be like, yo, what you in here for? I'm over here sitting next to Diddy like, yo, what you in here for? I like butt. Now I'm gonna die. I'm talking to Tupac. Yo, Tupac, what you in here for? You already know I was getting active. Nah, I was just eating a burger.
A customer at the Heart Attack Grill was rushed to the hospital after eating a sandwich called the Triple Bypass Burger.
In February 2012, an article was published titled "Man Has Heart Attack While Eating at the Heart Attack Grill," which is followed by another article only 2 months later reading, "Heart Attack Grill lives up to its name again this week when a woman collapsed in their Las Vegas restaurant. This marks the second person to fall victim to their horrifically caloric food in less than a year.
And you gonna eat there still?"
With the Heart Attack Grill responding in the most brand appropriate way, by bragging about it on their website. 2 ambulance departures in less than 60 days left an indelible mark on the Heart Attack Grill's public image. Dr. John delivered a clear message to the media that such tragedies shall inevitably continue due to having clientele which he refers to as being the avant-garde of nutritional risk-taking.
And I promise you, bro, I'ma still be broke, bro. Bro, they selling you death, bro. Bro, they purposely ending your life, bro. I'll be selling a jacket. They treat me like I'm the devil, bro. Bro, they purposely selling, bro, death.
The Heart Attack Grill had a new unofficial spokesperson named John Ellerman, who was recognized as the restaurant's most loyal customer. He never missed a day, even on Christmas, Basso said. People just loved him. He connected with people in a real way, although all of this changed on the 11th of February 2013. After chowing down on his daily feed at the grill, John Ellerman suffered a heart attack and died while waiting for the bus at the front of the store. This led to Basso's craziest PR stunt to date.
They'll say it's grotesque. They'll say, how can you keep the man's cremation here?
With Basso keeping the cremation inside the restaurant as he wants you to know his food kills, so that
I know I'm not looking at a cremated body of somebody who ate here every day and you got it on the... Bro, now it's you're taking it too far. Bro, it's not worth it. Bro, what is this worth? You gonna cremate him and put it in my face? This is eviler than King Von. How do you let this stay in business? You ate there every day. And now he's trolling your grave. But this man not even in a grave, bro. Bro, he's walking around in bro pocket, bro. I know he haunting him in his sleep. Bro, I know when this dude die, he running the fade with a few people, bro. I know you can't sleep at night. This is eviler than anything King Von has ever done.
Keeping the cremation inside the restaurant as he wants you to know his food kills so that maybe you'll stop eating junk. This man is willing to sacrifice his reputation and maybe even his humanity to try and make the world a healthier place. I respect him for it.
Bro, they be bro, like, come on, bro. This dude can't be a real person.
PCRM sent a letter to Basso asking him to declare moral bankruptcy and close the Heart Attack Grill. However, given the restaurant earned $5.5 million in revenue last year.
5 mil? Hey, would y'all eat here, bro? Yes or no? Shout out these 4 people right here. If you didn't know, I give a shout out to 4 people at the end of every video. If you want to shout out like this video, let me know you did in the comment section. It's your boy Abdul up next, man, and I am gone.